USA Today ranked them 27th in their latest power rankings. Dak Prescott hasn't thrown for 200 yards in any game this year, but Jerry Jones still has high hopes for Dak and the rest of the team. Let's hear from Jerry.
I like our players. I like our coaching staff. I think we've got players that can, we've seen them perform the way, if they can play at those levels, and you can go right down through the positions, through the offensive line. Yes, you can go to the receivers. It's never, when you lose a game and you come in on Monday, it's never as bad as it seems as far as how the players doing some of the things you do. You can always find some bright spots. The opposite is true when you win. You can go in and are surprised that you see some of the things you can improve on. That's just the nature of what we're doing. But I think your question is, have I hit the panic button? And the answer is no.
Gotta love the positivity. Okay, Shannon, actually, is it time for the Cowboys to hit the panic button?
I would be concerned because their inability, Skip, on offense to put points on the board and get chunk plays out of the passing game. Dak Prescott is 20. You love QBR. He loves it.
Oh, yeah.
It's his favorite stat.
It's my new, I'm very in on the QBR
0 to 100.
I'm learning
Really?
a lot from you guys, yeah.
Way to go.
He's 27th in QBR, Skip.
Yeah. After he finished third as a rookie and fourth in his second year. Go ahead.
Where are
Off to a horrendous start, 3 games in. Go.
You know, just 2 years ago, Jen, I was living in Atlanta, minding my own business. But for the last 2 years, I've been out here Sunday in L.A., just living my best life, having a good old time with
Yeah.
You are living your best
Definitely.
life.
So we're not going to go back to what happened. We're talking about right now. Right now, I'm sitting across from you, Skip Bayless, in the, what are we, Central City, having a great time. But anyway, when it's not your turn to talk, will you stop interrupting me? Dak Prescott, and stop banging on the table. Dak Prescott is 27th in QBR. He's behind a guy named Sam Darnold. Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
He's even. Oh, what?
Get it out of your system.
No.
We're 3 games in.
Oh, now we're 3 games in. But if Dak Prescott was the number 1 in QBR, he wouldn't say we're 3 games in.
True.
And he's also behind Josh Allen. Skip, here's the thing. Now,
Josh
Jerry,
Allen, but boy, he was really good last week.
Skip, I
Did you
hope-
see him at Minnesota?
Yes.
I hope Jerry likes these players.
Yep.
I hope Jerry likes these coaches. Because why, Skip? Why should he like them? He picked them all. Every player that's in that locker room, Jerry Jones handpicked. Everybody, the only player that's not in that locker room that Jerry Jones wanted is Jason Witten. He retired. Everybody else that's gone, Jerry wanted them gone. Everybody that's in there, Jerry wanted them. Every coach that's in that building. So I hope you like him. Now, Jerry Jones is the type of guy, he's not going to pull the fire alarm, Jenny, until the building's burned down. It's too late then.
Little late.
Now, you can talk about you're not panicking if you want to, but you got no playmakers coming. You got none. Now, you're throwing the ball entirely too much. Dak Prescott is averaging 29 pass attempts a game. Zeke Elliott is getting 16 carries a game, but he's averaging 5.7 yards. Ezekiel Elliott is number 1. Number 1, Skip Bayless, in rush yards. You would think you would flip that. He's 7th in carries per game. You would think Zeke would be getting, because that's what Jerry said. Jerry said in the offseason, they're going to run Zeke. Zeke's going to be getting 25, 30 carries a game because, you know, he's built for it now. He's good. But all of a sudden, you want Dak. Skip won't, because I believe you and Jerry's here. I believe you like, Jerry, we need to showcase Dak. That's not how you're going to do it, Skip. You assemble this offensive line to run the football. But all of a sudden now, you want Dak to drop back and throw it like he Brady, like he Rodgers. Oh, for that matter, like he Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, old little Patrick. Doing it, big time.
He is.
Skip, run the football with Zeke Elliott and then play action off it.
I agree.
You asking Dak to throw to those guys, Skip? First of all,
Thank you. Correct.
True. At best case scenario, Skip, your tight end, if you got one tight end that might be a third tight end on someone else's roster. Everybody else could not play.
You know what? I don't think they could make any other roster. Go ahead.
I'm going to say one of them could be a third tight end. But the receivers, they're what we call twos and fuse, Jenny. But they're more fused than twos. So I'm not so sure.
I think they're threes and frees, as in they should be free agents right now.
At best case scenario, they're the third option.
Yep.
But some of those guys, Skip's got to be number 1 and got to be number 2 options. It's not defensively. They're fine because I believe they can hold teams, but they're going to play the Falcons. They're going to play the Saints. Skip, you and I both know you're not winning those games 17-14. You're going to have to score points. And your team's in trouble. Your team's in trouble.
Just gloat, laugh, revel.
You think I take pleasure in this?
Oh, do it. You live for it. You are living your best cowboy hating life. That's what you're living. Yeah, you got it. Way to go. Little Duval. Where is he when we need him?
Oh, he crying because your Jags took that L on Sunday.
He did. Ooh.
Oh, gosh, true.
So, I should have brought one out here, but just imagine that I have a big red button right here, and I am hitting it because it's time to hit the panic button.
Still Baylor's panic?
Wow.
But it is not time to give up on my Dallas Cowboys. It's just time to hit that button because things need to start changing quickly and dramatically now.
Urgency. I hear urgency in your voice.
I don't have Sean Lee. And you know what happened last year when I didn't have Sean Lee? 1 and 5 happened. But I do have Leighton Vander Esch, and as much as I've ridiculed that
tackling
choice,
Dutchman?
you know, the tackling Dutchman, I think I'm going to need him to tackle some people on Sunday in Dallas at Jerry World against the Detroit Lions. And he actually played very well in the second half, so I'm going to hang in there with him. I obviously don't have my center, Travis Frederick. I don't have David Irving until next week, the monster in the middle of the defensive line, and I was very disappointed in the defensive pass rush last week. But all that said, before I get to the thrust of my point, I do need to defend my man Dak Prescott because now I'm hearing, I even heard this from our man Chris Carter on First Things First, just as we were about to come onto the air.
What did he say?
At 9:30 Eastern. He was bashing Dak, saying, just you got to get the ball out of his hands and into Zeke's hands. But he put it in the sort of in the perspective of he just can't